Hello, hello. I wonder if you all can hear me. Hello, hello. Hopefully you can. Hi. Hello. How's everybody? Don't worry. I got clothes on, but judging by how I look, and it doesn't look like I do. I have on a tank dress. I wear a lot of these because I live in the Mojave Desert. Whew, okay, let me fix that. There you go. I can see the red. Make sure you guys see the red. The red. Hi. So let me real quickly. I'm gonna jump in and say hello to everybody. Gonna say hello to everybody. And starting off at the top of the hour, Erica, you are dedicated. Thank you so very much. Hey, Nick and Tina. Had a lot of fun with you guys last night hanging out. Hi, Robert. How are you doing? Kind of moving down. Get everyone. She's working and lurking. She's going to listen to some of the stories from the retreat. Hi, Jill. Billy's here. Hi, Billy. Lizzie's World of Gems. Lizzie's Walk. Lizzie normally takes a nap. Hi, Lizzie. So glad to see you, honey bunny. Hope you had a good day. Hi, Viv. How are you? And mosey on down. Hi, Yvonne. Yes, D Nick is rad. He is awesome. I have a lot of fun going in to his live. He goes live just before me on Wednesdays. I literally was watching his video where he was on a road trip with his wife. And to be honest, I thought he was still on the road trip. So I thought he was going live from his trip. And here it is through the magic of technology and my incompetence with technology. He was actually back home. And so I definitely didn't know that. So, we live and we learn. Hopefully, Billy or Lizzie, one of them will take some pity on me and help me get a little more technology in my life because that's what I need, more technology. And there she is, my sweet honey bunny. Everybody say hello to DP Addiction Adventures, new mom. Love you. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Moving on. Hi, Shawana. How are you? How are you? How are you? Oh, she's beautiful. Yes, she is. She is gorgeous. Hello, Suzanne. How are you? Hi, Alice. Alice Craft Pursuits. How are you doing? Moving over to from there. Kim. I love your what is that? 0130s diamond art? Okay. I'm gonna figure that out. I feel like if someone tells me, then I'll get it. Mickey! Hi, Mickey, how are you? Oh, hi, Catherine. How are you? Riv! How are you, Riv? Listen, I wasn't ready for that gift that you sent me to Care Bear. We talked about the little cover minders. We talked about the little cover minders. I wasn't ready, and you brought tears to my eyes. I'm telling you right now, the tray, that was gorgeous. And then you put my name in there with the butterflies, and I loved it. It brought me to tears. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. So Riv sent me a tray. I haven't fully unpacked, so I will have to either show you guys next week or do a separate video. But I was so in love with it. Thank you very much. And I'm moving over from there. Oh, Jenny! Jenny! Oh, hi, Jenny. Jenny is such a sweetheart, the uncrafty crafter. And she brought her sister, Mickey Joe. Mickey Joe's my new sweetie pie. They were such a joy at the retreat. Hugs and kisses to you both. Love you guys. Miss you guys so very much. It's just Sal. Oh, thank you. You like my hair clip? So here's Mama. Hello, how are you? Kiss my hi, Trevor. How are you tonight? So glad to see you here. There's Don Marie. Hi, Don Marie. Painting with Becca. D Nick says, I'm new here. No, he's not. Hi, D Nick. How are you? And there's Jeremy. Hi, Jeremy. How are you doing? Howdy, y'all. I'm playing with my 3D. He's got a 3D printer. Oh my God. You guys are such enablers. So, twice today, not once, but twice today. Not only did Marissa mention that she bought a Cricut, but D Nick is about to indulge in a new craft. He's going to get a Cricut and he's going to be doing keychains, stickers. D Nick, I meant to post that. If you are going to get a Cricut, stickers. We have a planner community and we need more stickers. So yes, that is awesome. And he has sparklers. Just so you guys know, I think he's headed down the same path with me with sparklers. He sounded so excited when he was talking about them. Like, oh my God, Jennifer sent me these sparklers. I need to know where I'm going to put them at on my painting. Who wouldn't sparkleize NFL football painting? Who wouldn't do that? I mean, it's definitely in my plans if I ever work on an NFL diamond painting, it would definitely be sparkleized or sparkletized. As Crystal says, teatized. Moving over from there, I don't want to miss anybody, so I'm coming down. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Janice. Hi, Sweets, for all of you. Sweets is Danielle Boudreau. Oh, yes. Wow. She says, y'all hit those thumbs up while it's hot. Hit them, hit them, hit them. I wonder if I can. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's right. We all hope the little one is keeping J Rob up. I feel like I'm going to get a Cricut. I feel like you're going to get one too. I'm rooting you on. We're all going to come and watch you do Cricut crafts. Crafting on the Cricut. That's going to be a segment in your show. You could do like a 15-minute segment and you can say this week you could come in, from your own this corner, that corner. You could come in from your own corner and you can say, hey, this week crafting on a Cricut, and trying to give you some tips that I myself just can't take. Oh, you're welcome. I'm trying to help out. J Rob says, I sleep in 45-minute increments every 2 to 3 hours, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I don't blame you. Such precious moments. Oh, hi, Drea. Drea was getting inktified last night. How are you doing? All right. And Deanne. Deanne's my partner. Just so you guys know, I am fresh back from the retreat. If you guys didn't see me on Crystal Creelan's Crystal's Crafty Creations show this Monday, here's my take. So the trip started off. It was awesome. There was no issues at all. The flight was seamless. I had an enjoyable time. I got off the plane. My buddy Billy was picking me up, and we were going to pick up some alcohol and then head on into the retreat. Everything went off without a hitch. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I can't imagine, but I was very, very happy. One of the things that I thought was going to occur is I'm doing pretty good, Janice. Dre says she's doing good. So one of the things that I thought was going to occur, we always get a list of, things that we can do for like a Secret Santa gifts. We all were assigned a Secret Santa. And we had this sheet of their likes and things that they were interested in that we could select from and pick Secret Santa items that were hopefully what they liked. Not everyone got the understanding of what the list was for, and some people made it a little difficult or challenging for others. I got a list. It was beautiful, and the whole top of it was everything that I like. And then the bottom half of the list literally negated everything at the top of the list. So it started off, what's your favorite candy? My candy is this. And then at the bottom, it said something like, but I don't want no candy. Don't buy me no candy. I don't need none. So then it was, what's your favorite craft? Oh, my favorite craft is this. I like doing this. I like doing that. And then at the bottom, guess what it said? But I really don't need nothing. I don't need another craft. So for me, I felt like it was a challenge. Some of us had a challenge, and many of us rose to the challenge, and we were able to see the joys of what we were able to piece together out of our list and see them open these gifts and really appreciate them. That was the fun part. Two of the gifts that we gave six altogether. Two of the gifts that I bought was really concerned about. And what we would do is find a way to have our gifts delivered to the station of the person that was our secret Santa. You could go up and ask any person you wanted. You could ask a committee person. That was true about the secret Santa. Yes, it was so true. Um, you could have it delivered by a committee person because they knew who everyone was, or you could, be a little sly and you could try and get to know people and people around them. I tried the sly way. I went to talk to others around the person that I had. And the funny part, the funny part about it is while I'm talking and asking her, one of the ladies that I spoke to two of them happened to be my secret Santa. So when I'm like, how's she doing? Does she like what she's getting? I don't know about the first gift. The first gift I gave was a pair. Don't talk about me, y'all. I don't want y'all to laugh at me. The first gift that I gave was a pair of gardening gloves. Don't talk about me. Because one of the things that was not negated on the list was the love of gardening and things of that nature. So I got some gardening gloves and I gave that first. In the event that they didn't like that gift, at least they had five more to look forward to. So what do you guys think? What would you have done? I gave gardening gloves. I went to go look and talk to other people. And then one of the girls I was talking to, I was their secret Santa. And so they were like, well, what did you think of yours? I love mine. My person loved me. My person know me. My person must have really read my list. They know me. They understand me. They, come to find out, they watched the show. So not only did they have my list, but they also are one of my subscribers. They watched the show. What was so beautiful about that is after we went and introduced ourselves and made it known who we were, she could point out certain things of my shows that she's watched. She could go back through my catalog. She remembered a couple of shows that I did with my son. If you guys remember my first year and a half, I did my show with Justin. My son is huge in crafting. He just left me from diamond painting and he's over in the embroidery world right now. So, and she recalled that, and that was such a beautiful moment. The next beautiful moment was actually when I introduced myself to my secret Santa, and she really did enjoy the gifts. She had actually, we had this white elephant where, someone can steal your gift if you pick something. So there was a wire planter's rack that someone gave as a gift and it got stolen. And she was the one who stole a gift. So when she got the gardening gloves, something that I was so worried about her getting, it like fell in line with what she was wanting. So pay attention to those lists. They do have a purpose. Many of us studied very, very hard, and we tried our hardest to make sure that we were getting things that we thought people would love. Usually when I give gifts, I think, well, if they don't like them, I'll be happy to get it back. So I usually buy things that that at least would make me happy. Like when you're still in the gifts and things, if nobody's fighting over my gift, I'll fight over it. I'll go back and get it. So that was a highlight. How did the last gift of the Santa reveal happen? Well, I got ahead on mine. I didn't want to get behind. Plus, you guys know I don't sleep at the retreats. I very seldomly sleep. For me, I live on the West Coast. I live here in the Mojave Desert, and everyone's from Michigan, but everyone is usually, hours ahead of me. They're from different time zones and stuff. So 5 o'clock their time, which is really late, to stay up. It's only 2 o'clock for me. So the party's just beginning. I mean, we leave one club here in Vegas and we're on our way to another one. Uh, so that was my mindset. The first night I did head to bed probably about five or so. The second night I was up all night. I didn't go to bed till after 7. And then the last night I went to bed, it was going on like 4. But I had been injured during the day. Many of you know I talked about it on Crystal's show. I had been injured. I hurt myself. It's, not major, but it is like painful and it burns and it stings and it throbs and things like that. So I will be returning next week for a follow up, and I may have to have just some surgery. But I had a cut that keloided, and that keloid grew. It was a real cute little like mushroom, and then it got cut off and pulled, which caused a lot of bleeding and things. So, not to gross anybody out because poor Billy, I come out from bleeding and I was going to grab Crashly, but Crashly, from just the word blood, was like, so then I had to grab Billy, my buddy. He looked out for me. My mom said, "Thank you for saving my baby's life," because, I was dying. At least that's how it felt for me. I was dying. And Billy came with a paper towel and he tried to save me. He had to get like 222 of them but who really saved me? And I know you guys know how I feel about her. Um, she sat right next to me, and it is Tina Burney from DP with Sparklers. You guys know she's my goddess, and I all hail and worship her. She sat directly to my left. And when I say I got to fangirl, oh my God, she is such a beautiful person. So very beautiful. I spent hours she sat next to me. So you guys know I spent hours with her. And I had made some purchases. Obviously, I made my purchases beforehand because I wanted to be equipped with, I didn't know that I would be sitting next to her. I probably would have bought her whole inventory, but I'm glad, was able to, contain myself and things. Tina is my new BFF. She's my goddess. I love her. I'm telling you, J Rob, Honey Bunny, she's such a beautiful person. She really is. And I had an amazing time with her. Who else sat by me directly in front of me? You guys know Craftably was there. Amy and Michael sat directly across from me. They are such beautiful people. If anyone is in the area, they got an order in today, a lot of their pre-orders. So if you guys have ordered from Craftably, this weekend, people are going to be signing up to go down and help them pack and get everything out. It's going to be a big barbecue/picnic. If you have the opportunity, make sure that you guys kind of look them up and get some information. I really wanted to fly in, help out, kind of fly back. But I have a prior engagement with my brother, his wife, and my niece. One little day, that's it, that kept me from being, and I'm off this weekend until next Wednesday. And I could have went down, had me another humdinger of a time, and just enjoy the crafting community, having a good time, getting to see people. So I'm really upset that I'm not going to be able to do that. You're excited for your orders? Absolutely. I am excited for your orders also. Because I know you're going to show pictures, you're going to take pictures and everything like that. So make sure that you guys all keep them in mind. Anybody that's making the travel in, also keep them in mind. I think that's going to be so much fun. Another opportunity for people in the area to kind of get together and talk crafting, diamond painting. It's going to be fun. Let me check the chat. I don't want to miss what anybody's saying. It's scrolling, and I'm trying to be multitasking. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi to Allie. So hi, Allie. How are you? Did it look like a crime scene? No, Catherine. We decided to real quickly leave the bathroom. We left the bathroom because everyone else would have had to get in there. So it didn't look like a crime scene. And then I had took this big giant towel, kind of wrapped it around me. But when you when you take the towel off, it was like, what is that? Here we go. It was like, squirting out and things like that. The unfortunate part is it was from a cut. And so when I went to the doctor, they literally said that I'm sensitive to healing. I don't know what that means. What does sensitive to healing means? It sounds like, I better not get hurt too many more times because, I'm not gonna make it. It's krypton. It's what is it? Krypton. It's kryptonite in everything that could help me heal. I guess I'm not sure, but yeah, hopefully, when I go back, I'm hoping to just get minor. They're thinking that I need to have some sort of skin surgery because they think the keloid grew down inside under the skin surface. So if you guys watch Pimple Popper, that's what they keep saying. Do you watch Pimple Popper? Yeah, I watch Pimple Popper, but it's usually a pimple. This was like smooth skin. See one of the big shoulders? This was like smooth skin that got cut and now it's not smooth anymore. That's the best way to describe it. So hopefully I gave you guys without grossing you out. If my little sister Crashly is in here, I'm sorry. I know you don't like to talk about blood. So just a couple seconds and I'm off of it now. Okay. Love you. Tia, I was actually dying before. Oh, Suzanne. Oh, I think you were the only one. So, when you said that she was holding your hair and everything, you are the real MVP. You worked it out. You were sick. And yes, you definitely, definitely. I like how everyone banded together to take care of you. Love you. Love you. Uh, and Jenny says, Tina has such a sweetheart. Yes, she does. Everyone's saying hi to Nick and Tina. Bubble instead of toilet paper. What's bubble? I need to know what that means. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. And here's Karen. That's who I was talking about. I went from 0 to 11 bags of sparklers from the retreat. You did awesome. Marissa says, Kim and I are going to help. That's going to be so much fun. Definitely. I love that the community is going to come together to look out for each other, make sure that we get through that. That's going to be awesome. Amazing. I wish I could. Ha ha ha, Karen. It's impossible to deny those beautiful sparklers. That is so true. Oh, look at everyone. There's Mickey Joe. Oh my gosh. Hi. You guys, Mickey Joe is my new sweetie pie. She is so warm and friendly. Let me show you something, guys. This is how much I love Mickey Joe. So we had a white elephant. Mickey Joe was number 7. Tia was number 19. We could steal the gift that we wanted the most. Anybody that knows me, anyone that knows me knew when she opened this gift that she wasn't going to keep it, right? So when my number called, she sat to my one person over from my left. And when my number was finally called, I said, that's me. Let me go ahead and take that off your hands right there. I didn't even have to stand up to get. They were like, you're not going to get up? Nope, I already know what I want. And I reached over and got it. I said, we'll allow Mickey Joe to be able to return to the table and pick her next gift. So I got the Wonder Woman, and I love this. It's sitting right here on my desk, my ode to me. And so, yeah, I couldn't wait. It took forever to get to my number, but I got it, and I was happy. What did you cut yourself on again? My hair. It was my hair. So my hair wrapped around the scar that had keloided, as they call it. They keep calling it a scar, but it was only cut for a week. It just grew really fast because it was keloiding, and I'm sensitive to healing. And so my hair wrapped around, and I was trying to put my hair up into a ponytail, and I didn't get it up, I guess, fast enough, or it tangled out. I'm not at home. I can't detangle my hair like I do at home. And it just, and when it did that, it pulled, and that was all that she wrote, J-Rob. I'm sorry, Crash, if you're still here. Honey Bunny asked me. I couldn't not answer. Uh, some people tend to get keloids easier than others. Yeah, I guess, I'm not sure what happened. I guess I'm one of those people. Safira's mama says I had a mole removed and they, of course, stitched it. 7 days later, got the stitches out. And that night I stretched. Let's just say I need deep stitches and surf. So that's probably why they're asking me to have waited 7 days, because they wanted to see how it healed. And then I have to go back. Obviously, like you said, there's going to be just some small, surgery to make sure. They said if it doesn't look like, or if it looks like, I guess it's going to keep growing out of control from scar tissue, they're going to cauterize it and then they'll stitch it up. But they have to make sure that it did not grow down inside, I guess. So we'll see. We'll see. I love it. Crafts and laughs. That is so you. I love that. Crafts and laughs. We'll have to check that out. That's awesome. I love that name. Let's see. Kind of moving over from there. She stole Mickey Joe's gift. I did, Mickey Joe. And then on on Jenny's live, yeah, I was checking on her to see how she was doing because I felt bad. And so I was like, "How's your sister?" And she was like, "She's fine." Why? I was like, "She's not mad at me for stealing her gift." She said, "Oh no, she'll be fine." Everyone was good spirited. So we had an awesome time. We really got to know each other. Obviously, when you're sitting in confined quarters and you're all new, at first there's this moment. I'll say day one. There's this moment where, people are just a little gun shy and things like that. As we start to get tired and we relax a little bit more, people start to engage a lot more. I will say, I think the ice cream social and then the alcohol afterwards, I think that went a long ways toward helping relax people as well. But there were certainly people who did not indulge in the ice cream. I mean, everybody seemed to have a great time. And as the days wore on, it just created this bond. I noticed it with the first retreat. It was definitely there with this one. It's just something about coming together with like-minded people who all share some of the same passions that really, they just tie us together. It was very emotional, as the last one was. I refused. Billy started sniffling the night before, and I was like, I cried for a week last time. I'm bye. I'm leaving the room. So every time somebody started sniffling, I wasn't being rude. I was trying not to sniffle along with you. But I definitely tear up when I don't want to cry, but I definitely tear up when I think about Tima. She is such a beautiful person. I really enjoyed my time with her. You guys already know how much I worship and love her. And I was so amazed that I was sitting so close to her. I mean, it was really fangirl. It was an awesome time for me. Hopefully you guys all understand. And when you guys get to come to the next retreat, because there's one in October, hopefully you guys feel that way about me. So kind of moving over from there, highs of the retreat. I mean, I think I just kind of touched on a lot of them. The first high that I think we all would probably agree with is, the bonding and things, getting to know each other. I definitely enjoyed the Secret Santa, taking a list. There was one person, I'm not going to call you out, but we got to work on I guess your Secret Santa profile. He took it, and I'm not talking about Billy, and he kind of ran with it. He said he thought it was supposed to be an introduction of himself. And so I am coming next year. How are you doing? Oh, so he said he thought it was supposed to be an introduction of himself. If you ask like what you like, I'm going to say I like sparklers. I love butterflies and I love greenish things. Their response was fresh sheets, hot baths, things. Where do you go with that kind of stuff? So it was, the next step was, putting it all together, getting to know. They started back from when they were in high school, and kind of described their profile. Well, Karen, you already know this, right? Because we talked about how difficult it was without putting them on blast. When I saw the profile, it was every bit as difficult as the person who was to purchase for them had described it to be. They really had nowhere to go. Anytime you tell someone, I like massages from my wife, how would we put that in a gift? So so it really was, it was so funny. But when you look at it, when you look at it, it really was sweet also, because without them knowing, or I guess understanding what the list was designed to do, they really were trying to provide a snapshot of who they were to the person that was going to receive they wanted that one person to truly understand what drove them, what passions they had, who was most important to them. And so although we laughed about it, we laughed for hours and we teased them for a couple of days. It was one of the highs for me because I felt like they did take the other person, getting to know them, to heart, and it mattered to them what the other person thought, and so they put effort into it. And we don't have a lot of men in the community. You guys know my mom is worried that D Nick is going to she thinks he's going to wait till I tell her about the cricket, but she thinks he was going to, diamond paint for a month or two and then be off doing something else. So she feels it's her personal plight to make sure that the men that come into the community kind of stay in the community. And so with that said, I think this was a great introduction because, like I said, even though he didn't understand what the list was for, he did put a lot of effort, a lot of time, and he wanted to make sure the person who was on the receiving end of this really did understand who he is and what he was passionate about. And that, I think, is what the whole point was when Jay and Rob gave us these snippets. We wanted to just have a snippet of what someone was passionate about. He went about it in a different way, but he did still, at the end, I saw that he did still kind of hit the bullseye. So kudos to you. You know who you are. And no, it's not Billy, because I know everybody think if I'm saying he, that I'm referring to Billy. uh, Honey Bunny's rolling. She's laughing. No, it was not D Nick either. He didn't go. But moving over from there, the lows. I know you guys all want to get to the lows. So for me, the low was I'm sitting there and there's a window behind me on each side, just like these hands. Let me bring this hand, just like these hands. The window sitting behind me on each side. All of these sirens are going off, and I'm like, well, you guys, turn your phones off and things of that nature. I'm sure that you guys have heard this from maybe other lives and things. We were in the middle of a tornado warning, and it was said that the tornadoes had touched down. We got 3 separate, distinct alarms each time they kind of touched down. It rained, for me, it rained a gazillion times. We did have about 10, 12 minutes outside with no rain to where we got pictures taken, but that was all. Literally, it rained the entire time. It doesn't rain here, so I wasn't adverse to it because I don't get to see it enough. So moisture, really kept the curls moisturized, so I wasn't too upset. But I guess one of the lowest lows was they kept saying, you need to report to the basement. We need to go to, if you guys could see the stairs in this place, it, it literally went down on an incline, like they were steep. And so reporting to the basement and then coming up like, can we come outside now? Is it okay to come outside? And then maybe having to report back to the basement. That's definitely going to fall on a low for me. Hey, Tia, how are you? I miss seeing you. Yes, that was a crazy night. Hi, Irene. It was crazy. And the stairs, right? The stairs, I felt like this is good stairs for me. This is excellent stairs. You know what I mean? This is not excellent stairs. And that's what they look like. So I was on the first floor. I believe Mindy was responsible for the roommates and putting it all together. Mindy, I love you. Thank you so much for where you put me. I love you. I didn't have any climbing or anything. So, whew. Another low, which is no one's fault, is the bathroom situation. Like the house was a maze, and I'm telling you, I didn't figure out the maze until it was time to go. So that probably was another, where I was like, man, maybe I should have explored like day one and things like that. I'm usually not used to going to the restroom until it's time to go to the restroom. Next time, I'm going to make sure that I explore. I'm going to go through them, because you can open the door and you can end up in someone's room while they're changing. So, with that said, for me, the next time I will probably make it a point to explore the facility, have a little fun. I was on the first floor. I did make it up to the other floors just to be able to say that I went up to see. The stairs were very steep, and I'm glad, because of my knee, that I didn't have to climb up and down all day, every day, especially when it came to maybe taking the bag or something. Hi, Bill. I'm so glad that you made it home safely. You guys know Mystery of Diamonds, Brandy. She was the last and final one to return home. Well, with the exception of Craftably, they didn't get home until Tuesday evening, but they knew that they were going to be, kind of traveling. They were going to hit up some restaurant and food spots that they'd always wanted to go to. So, congratulations! I'm so glad you made it home. Ah. So that would be number two, the restrooms. And then maybe, and this is again through no fault of anyone, my last, but I want to make sure, like we do in crafting when we're doing unboxings and we're doing reviews, that we do give, the full spectrum and things. The meal options, each evening we had chicken. So while I eat chicken, because I'm black, and I don't eat it often. I eat boneless, skinless grilled chicken breast, which is what we had as an evening option. And it wasn't that it was bad or anything. It's just, I would have preferred a different option, especially with the Mexican bar. I would have liked maybe carne asada. And then for the baked potato bar, I would have preferred, for the facility is the one that served this, just so you're aware, not our committee. But I definitely would have preferred if our baked potato bar could have been indoors, similar to how we did our Mexican taco bar. It was, for space, I guess, purposes, it was in the garage. But obviously, we're on the East Coast and they have humidity and flies. And so for me, I would have preferred for it to have been maybe in the kitchen area or something. So I, don't like to throw shade, because I don't feel like there was anything. You can't type on this. It's all right. I don't feel like there was anything that was outrageous or anything like that. It wasn't that the food was bad. It wasn't. Um, well, I believe, see, you weren't there, honey bunny, but I believe that's just where, because the ladies that own the facility, they're the ones who set it up out there. And then the next day, when we had our Mexican bar, it was inside the kitchen, and we simply went around the island, which is what we probably could have done with the baked potato bar. Nonetheless, it was, a big meal. They served enough. We didn't run, well, I think we ran out of broccoli, but they were making more. And so they did. Suzanne, yes. Suzanne, I do agree that that is what got you. Suzanne got sick, and I think it was from the chicken, and maybe whatever the sauce was that they had on there. So, yeah, but I mean, again, this had nothing to do with our committee, because our committee, they didn't handle the meals or anything. So I feel like, all around, it was an excellent option. I just wanted to make sure, because we talked about it in my, little description box, that I would tell you guys what the highs were. And I focused on it so much, but I don't want anyone to feel like I'm, disingenuous by not sharing, everything. There were moments that were amazing. And those moments definitely overshadowed any smaller moment that I focused on these three. Like I said, the bathroom situation was funny because you could open a door and walk in on someone in their room you not know. And so definitely next year I plan to, focus on the getting to know you phase of the maze. They said it was made like a maze. They were extremely correct when they said that. And just imagine there's 3 floors of this maze. So yeah, I think that I should have maybe focused a little bit more opening doors when I first got there. That way I wasn't opening the door on nobody later on. So yes, I want the feedback. Makes it better for next year. Oh, thank you, honey bunny. I appreciate that. Tia, your bedroom had a bathroom. And guess when I found that out? Guess when I found out that that door was the other door into our room? I told you. I opened the door. This is gonna be funny. I opened the door and Donnie was in the other room sleeping. I'm like, what? How did that happen? Where am I at? So I was like, I'm not trying to open any doors. Then I was getting up the next morning. I had only been asleep like 2 hours maybe. And Steph, Wolfpack Diamond Painting, you guys, was my other roommate. She comes out of a door that I didn't even know was there. So it was like, oh my gosh, should I have gone exploring? Yes. I didn't know what was what. It was fun though. Totally fun. Imagine. No, not imagine. But yeah, it was definitely fun. Uh, Mickey Joe, hey! You did take care of me. I was in the perfect room. I was. Um, my roommate, Kimberly, I'm just gonna apologize to you again, Kimberly. So my roommate, she would take her glasses off and she would look like 2 different people. Like, so her with the glasses, she looked different with, and she went to bed extremely early. So she would be in bed by I think 9 or 10 p.m. And I'm not going to bed until 7. So I was trying to figure out which of the girls on the other end was my roommate. And the only way I could do that was to look at her because she would sleep with the covers over her head. So one morning when I was coming to bed, I believe that was Saturday morning, she had pulled the covers down off her head and I could finally see her face. And I was trying to make out who she was. So I'm looking at her. And the weird part is I couldn't still see her because it's dark in the room. So I took my iPad and I turned the iPad on and I'm facing it on her. And I'm still trying to make out her face when my other roommate decides to move at that point. and, and then she moves and I had to real quickly jump and dive into my bed. So Kimberly, if you're in here tonight, I'm apologizing again because can you imagine you roll over and you wake up to this big black woman in the middle of the night and she looking in your face? I can't imagine it. I would be so frightened. And so I was sitting there and I kept thinking about it. I was telling Tima, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I feel bad because I had to literally jump in. I thought I was going to break my iPad. But yeah, yes, I did. Honey Bunny, I did. And I felt bad. And when she moved, I mean, I was like, oh my gosh. So I did apologize to her. And she ended up being the one to take me to the airport. So she drove out of her way because a lot of people, already had their path and things set. So I feel like she more than forgave me because she ended up coming to me and said, are you still looking for a ride? I said, yes, I would be honored to take you to. And I said, oh, you're going to make me cry. And I still feel bad to this day. I was telling my mom and she was like, don't be going nowhere acting like I didn't give you good home training. And I wanted to know what she looked like because she always had her face covered with the covers. So I felt like this was my opportunity. So I leaned in, maybe a little too much. What would have happened if I had fell on her? That was the other thing, because I literally was able to pull myself back with my iPad and jump into my own bed. I almost killed myself because I bumped my leg. I have a bruise on the bottom of my leg. But I turned over. You guys would have been proud of me. These shoulders were moving, and I definitely turned in time. I feel like, I wasn't caught. I think so. But I apologize to her profusely. I still apologize. I just couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. uh, so, Karen says, "Oh my God, I'm sure you would freak out if it." Yeah, my mom popped me, and she was like, "I can't believe you're going somewhere acting like you don't have any home training." I don't know what came over me. I was like, coming to bed. It's after 7, and I said, "Oh my God, her covers are off." So I can't apologize enough, but I did want to share that with you. That's probably a low for her, but I have definitely apologized profusely. Tia was over here night stalking, right? We have a night stalker at every dog at every dog on retreat, and I guess I was the night stalker. We have someone who gets injured, and I guess this time I was the injury. So, but if you guys see her, make sure I told her several times, but yeah, I definitely can't apologize enough. I felt so bad. I really did. So, how's my shoulder? It is, I don't know. Oh, it's the wrong one. I don't know if you guys can see. I just got it rebandaged earlier. I'm sorry, my hair is in the way. I can't see anything. You might be able to see a little. Um, I'm on the wrong shoulder. Like here it is. You can see the bandage. I was wondering. So it just got rebandaged earlier. There is a plug that they put on there. They're trying to keep it from keloiding. Because apparently am sensitive to healing. So there's a plug that they put over there. My mom, she applied all of the. Is somebody trying to get my attention? You hear that ding? It's like ding, ding. Okay, sorry about that. And so my mom has been applying all of the medicines and things that they told me. I would use my phone flashlight to look at Crashly and Mickey to make sure I was in the right room. See? Yeah, I would do that also. Well, I didn't need to. Um, Someone would go to bed in our room and leave the door open. Like they were real troopers. I would at least always like try and make sure the door is closed because we get to laughing if we're still up and we're still crafting and things. So the door would be open and I would feel bad, like, oh, I hope this is not disturbing them. So I would always make sure that the door and things were closed. When I went in, I would have like my phone went dead while I was there, some firmware update, and I lost access to it. So I only had my iPad. So I was walking around with this big iPad and I had it facing on me and I could see. But I noticed that her covers were down. So, no home training, no home training. Obviously, it's a direct reflection of my mom. No reflection on me. She didn't raise me right, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing on her behalf, even though she's already popped the hell out of me. She popped me right here in my forehead. So, uh, as much as Tia gets at these retreats, I don't get any sleep at the retreats, but I did. So last retreat, I had 7 hours, and I think I bested this one by an hour or so, but I didn't get a lot of sleep at all. So what I will say is I was so relaxed. Like this one, I would be laying in the bed like, do I get up right now? I don't want to disturb anyone. I'm relaxing. There were a couple of times I was just kind of laying in my bed with my earphones in, watching my iPad. Yeah, just waiting to hear voices and stuff because I didn't want to disturb anyone. The last retreat, I was a little rude, again, blame my mom, no home training. The last retreat, I was just up. I'd be singing, I'd be waddling around, with my little house shoes and stuff like that. So this one, I was trying to be more mindful and not disturb people. But I was the one who would go through late at night and turn them lights out. And by the time the lights probably went out, you guys got up in the morning and had to turn them all back on. So I am so looking forward to this next retreat. And so that you guys, we are having a diva off. This is one of the things that started off a little challenge, a little shoulder roll challenge, and it's turned into an event that I'm really looking forward to. My partner that I directly challenged is Deanne, and I am working on what I will say a costume production for you guys. So hopefully it's a quick snippet. It won't be like real big. There won't be birds and animals and safari coming out of the sky. But I do hope that you guys are able to enjoy the little show I got planned for her. She's nervous because she doesn't know yet what she wants to do. So I'm going to help her come up with some ideas to challenge me, and then we have pulled Crashly and a couple other people in as well. So hopefully that will be some fun that we'll be able to have one of the nights, where you guys are just watching us act up and things. Definitely looking forward to seeing the surprise on her face. And I can't wait to see what surprise she puts on my face. So something really to look forward to. If you guys didn't sign up, try and get on the wait list because things happen. And last year we had a tremendous amount of people who weren't able to make it, and other people who were waitlisted were able to get in there, and we all just had an awesome, amazing time. So it's gonna be fun. Cannot wait, cannot wait, cannot wait. You guys will be really disappointed to know that I left my whole pack of butterflies. So, do you know how disappointing it is to meet your goddess, to meet the angel of your dreams, Tima, and not one butterfly in your hair? I didn't have one butterfly. And her husband says that's the girl with the butterflies, and I don't have any butterflies. So shout out to Jerry. He was a lot of fun also. We had an amazing time. But I didn't have any butterflies. So if they are tuning in, you guys, you'll be able to see this is only two of them. But usually I have a couple, and yes. And I love butterflies because I feel like this is the filter. Do you guys notice this is blue. I put on blue. That's all I know how to do. I don't know how to put on no blush, and I don't know how to do eyeshadow. I'm waiting on Drea. She's supposed to be giving me some lessons so that I can look really outrageous. Yeah, but I have on blue eyeliner to go with the blue in the butterflies. And I lost my purple eyelashes, so that would have really set this off. You guys let me know. Keep in touch and help me out with my look, but I'm definitely working on my filter. So when I walk into a room, the only thing will be missing is my theme music. That's something else I got to work on. Maybe I'll get D-Nick to help me out with that. He seems to do a great job with music. So I'm feeling a little bit better, Nick and Tina. Oh, thanks for asking. Beauty night. Bring all the palettes. You guys gonna help me? Because I need a lot of help. The only thing I wear is lip gloss. That's the shiny stuff. It takes the ash and stuff off of my lips, and my lips look crusty and ashy sometimes. So you put on a lip gloss, and it takes it off. And then I wear eyeliner. But I really liked how when you told me to put that stuff on my eyelashes last year, Marissa. I really liked it, but I felt like it made my eyes feel heavy. Like I felt like I was trying to, like the eyelashes were heavy. So I just need help. That's all. I don't know how to do the stuff. So all I ever do is eyeliner. And I put on, and then I put my glasses on. But I want to look like when I walk in, the same way y'all look when y'all put these filters on and y'all, be taking pictures and filter everywhere, filter here, filter the Instagram filter, Snapchat filter, Facebook filter. Everybody has a filter. And it's no problem. But I just want to look like that when I walk into a room. I want to be like, whoosh, I'm here. Hi. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm going for. Lash glue. That was it. I couldn't think of the name of it. Maybe we should try magnetic lashes. Whatever would help. That sounds fun. Cynthia says, is the page in that name on Facebook? Oh, okay. Everyone's saying hi to Viv. I wish I could learn how to do a smoky eye. I wish I could. Drea, there she is. Girl, if I bring all my pallets, I'll need a truck. Just enough to help me out. You said you was gonna, help me out. Where's Jay at? I'm gonna have him pack some stuff for me in your bag so that I could, that'll help me out. Oh, so that there you have it. Another retreat has passed. I am home. Everything, my trap. So I'm just going to say this. I flew American Airlines before, and you guys heard my story, and I talked about them and things like that. I didn't talk about them enough because, they still at it. My boss had just got back in town Tuesday, and another boss in a different department also had got back in town. They both flew American Airlines, and they couldn't stop talking horribly about their experience. This time I flew Allegiant Airlines. I picked them because of the price. I did pay extra to move my seat and sit where I felt I'm most comfortable, and then obviously to check my bag. So probably ended up costing what it would have cost flying, any of the top brands, Continental, United, American, Delta, things of that nature. Um, this has been the flight that really, really just brought me a lot of relaxation. I was comfortable. I sat the third row in on the right from the front, and they took out first class. So I think what they did was just add a little more room as it goes back. And it was just a comfortable flight the entire way, comfortable. And yeah, no complaints. I flew in, all three seats were filled. I had my mask on. There was a married couple who sat to my right. The husband sat in the middle, and he literally turned to me and said, I hope you don't mind, but I will fluff my wife, and I may have to turn over and fluff you too. So I said, no worries, fluff away. And on the way back, um, our middle seat was empty. So either they missed their flight or they didn't, fill the plane up and things. Not that, and so I'm saying that to say, I flew with three people in a row, and I was still comfortable. He was comfortable and things. So shout out to them. I did not feel like, oh my God, I'm cramped up in here. Sorry, I didn't feel like that in this flight. And I do get to feeling like that sometimes. So kudos to them. It was an enjoyable flight for me. On the way back, I think everybody on the plane bought a drink. I've never seen that before. It took them like 2.5 hours to get, halfway up the aisle. Everybody was buying alcohol. They was buying two of those little alcohol bottles. I didn't, because I don't think I'll ever be able to make it out of the bathroom. If I have to run into the bathroom, they'd probably have to call the ambulance, come in there. She's in there. She's stuck. She made it in. I don't know how she turned around. Somebody get in there and get her. So yeah, I try not to drink if I'm going to be, on a plane and things. So with that said, hopefully you guys enjoy my quick trip down memory lane. As I recall my retreat experience, it was absolutely amazing. I don't want to cry like last year I cried. This next one I'm really looking forward to. There's a lot of my homies, my buddies from the first time around. So I do feel like it's going to be emotional, but I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to be prepared. I don't think I'm gonna start crying until the day that we're leaving. No night before tears. So, with that said, guys, I really thank you for coming out and sharing this quick hour with me where I went back over the retreat and kind of shared my highs and my lows and how much fun I had. And don't you guys worry, I'll be on my best behavior at the next retreat. My mom will be proud. I won't be making her look bad, hopefully. Thank you all for coming. You guys all have a wonderful night. Bye.